the stuff that we talked about on your website.
Yeah, well, what they will find, the most important thing for them to find, is the 5 magic words and to read the question and answer page, because it explains as best as I can in words what it's all about. Now, if they do it, they will start to experience things that will tell them what they need to know, because words will not do it alone. You see what I mean?
Yes, of course.
The time for words are over. So that's why I put the diet on my website for anybody in the world who wants to use it. Now, as far as me doing the personal workshops, yes, I do charge $25, and it's going to keep going up because there's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I mean? But that has nothing to do with the people who are getting it for free.
I got you.
The thing is, everybody has their own reasons for being here. They're all gods, and this connection will connect you to your own God power.
So now, the workshops are $25,000 or $25 million?
$25 million.
Okay, so I just want to make
and
it clear.
It goes up $1 million every 2 months until 210, and after 210, the minimum will be $1 billion.
Whoa.
Yeah, the closer we get to the deadline, the more it's going to cost. See, it's different in this world than it is in your world. You notice in your world, things get cheaper and cheaper, right? So people don't do it because they're waiting around for a better price, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, in my world, it's the opposite.
Okay.
You wait around, you pay more.
So you got to move now.
That's right.
Okay.
Tell you, if I had a lot of money, I mean, if I was in your world, because the money in that world will mean nothing because you can't get it to the 5D world. See, that's the thing people don't know.
So.
And by the way, we do use money in the 5D world.
Anyway,
but I can tell you something for sure. Use the 5 magic words and try to follow the diet as closely as you can, as long as you can, until you get hooked into the energy and the power. And then you'll get directions as to what you need to do. But you have to be awake, and you have to know that it's serious, because it's just incredible that we're so close to annihilation of the planet. While it's not an individual thing. And like I said before, the date 2012 was set because many years ago, like I said before, all of the worlds below the 5th dimension were supposed to dissolve.
Mm.
You see what I mean? So we're supposed to be out of here before 2012. But you can't wait until 2012 to get out. This should have happened, thousands of years ago.
So we got to start now.
Well, yeah, I would suggest you're a little late.
Well,
not too late.
We got to catch up.
Yeah, right. You got to catch up, and that's why I have to have people that have all. See, the other thing about money that people don't understand. You notice you heard people say, "Well, gee, he's got a lot of money. And he thinks he's God because he's got a lot of money." Guess what?
He is.
God is money.
Right.
It's an energy, right?
That's true. I agree.
But this is how we create the game.
Right.
One of the most concentrated forms of God is money.
Absolutely. Because
so you see that people that have the money, in order to have that money, you have to have a certain amount of capacity to handle God or the light, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so anyone that has that, they have already developed the capacity to handle more light. So that's why it would be important to get the people that have that kind of energy, because once you switch the energy of a person, let's say, who has a purse of, let's say, $1 billion, remember, whatever influences in your environment, you also influence.
Right. Oh, I got you.
You see what I mean? So changing one person, moving one person into the other world that has billions of dollars, and you notice everybody that has billions of dollars also have contact with billions of people, right?
Exactly. I got you.
When that person is changed, everybody in his consciousness line is changed automatically.
So then one of the prime candidates would be Oprah.
Probably, yes. It would be anybody that has money, because one, no matter how much money you got, you can't get it into that other world.
Right.
And the other thing is, remember that in the Bible it says it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a man into the kingdom of heaven. Have you heard that?
Yeah, sure.
Well, this is the circumstances here. It's not that. The fact is, I really didn't know this, but I didn't know money had anything to do with it on this. I didn't know the mechanics of what we created. when I came here because you can only come with so much energy. So, but as I found these things out, of course, that's why I'm giving the information now the way it is.
Right.
Because this is not what you'd get from the religions and churches and things, because they're looking at it from the 3D world.
Exactly.
But when you look at it from the 5D world, gold itself, like I say, I produce gold in my body. So you see, in the 5D world, there would be no problem with people not having what they want, because everybody can produce gold.
Right.
And that's why gold is the most, and you notice we're going back to the gold standard, right?
Yes, we are, definitely.
Because gold is the way we created the world, and the gold is only representative of your God and your God energy.
We're going back to the gold standard?
That's right.
I never heard that. When is that happening?
Oh, well, check out in the world, you'll see.
I know that gold people value gold now, but our currency's not backed by gold.
Well, it will be backed by gold.
Really?
Don't worry about those things. That's not important. They're being taken care of.
Okay.
I'm just giving you the idea of how things work.
I got
see
you.
What I mean?
I got you. I got you.
You see, so it's all important. And the key thing is to just, the most important thing is, and believe me, the most important is to just do the meditation exercise as much as you can, and take the diet, the diet as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're doing this and your life progresses, things in the world are changing real fast. And just keep your eyes open and be aware of the things that are brought into your vision. You see what I mean?
Right.
But this is the best thing that could happen to the world. Now, if the world happened to get this through you or whoever, and I must admit this is one of the best interviews I've ever done with anyone. And so if you can make it make sense, like you seem to understand what I'm saying, it would be the greatest thing that could happen to the world if it got out so that people could understand it. You see what I'm saying?
I'll do my best.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you the world will definitely applaud you for it because we need it. And this is a very serious matter. And the 2020 date is absolutely critical. And what's happened, because of people's energy being so low, when you speak of negative things, because in the 3D world, they can't tell when you're speaking of something negative, they can't tell what the vibration of the words are you're saying. So they think if you say the word negative, they would feel it as negative, you see?
Right.
So they can't tell what the truth is. They confuse the truth with choice or what they believe or what they feel. And since the vibration is distorted in the 3D world, it's impossible to tell what the truth is.
Because the vibration is so low.
Exactly. Mm. So you see, that's why that it's such a conundrum because, that everything is the way it is.
Right.
And because, of course, the illogical thinking is that you can save yourself. That it's like a fish trying to save itself in the bottom of the ocean. Well, not a fish, but someone in the ocean trying to save himself by staying in the ocean. If someone comes down and throws a rope down and say, hey, grab this rope, and you say, well, I don't like the color of that rope.
Right, I got you. Right.
I don't like the sound of it. The rope it doesn't smell right. You see, that's the logic that they use. It's like, for example, if I told the average person that, if I told them I was God, they just think I'm crazy. But if I told them they were God, they'd really think that was insane.
Right. Well,
the truth of the matter is everybody on this planet is God.
Exactly.
And I do mean an active, creative God. And unfortunately, we're creating all the mess around us 24 hours a day, and we're sitting and thinking somebody's going to come and rescue us. And when somebody does, like myself, and like many other people, including you and other people, I'm sure, is that, what do they say? Well, gee, the Bible says this, or some other book says that.
Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah. But you see, I can tell you one of the clues that's very important, don't believe anything unless somebody tells you directly. Forget about books. You get what I'm saying?
I believe you. That's my.
When you hear it, you'll know by the person you talk to them. That's why I have people call me and I tell them, by the way, how to pronounce those words. I give them the exact sound.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if this gets out to a lot of people, I may be on the phone for the rest of my life, but that's okay.
Well,
matter of fact, I might one day put it on the website when I'm able to set it up the way I like.
To put what on the website?
And you can feel the vibrations directly.
Because
things have to happen fast. We are absolutely, at a critical stage. We have to act fast, and this is what I do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't have anything. There's nothing more important to me than succeeding this time around and not blowing the planet to hell. And it can happen. It's not a matter of blowing the planet. We've got to be off this planet. We've got to be off this rock, as they say.
Right, off the rock.